Yeah, we back again. Another Saturday morning conversation. We in here. It's your man, DJ Caveman.
And DJ I Am Monkey.
And we got the band Juno with us today.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
What's good, man? How was the week?
Week was pretty good, just chilling, taking it easy. My first time working a full week of work in a long time. So.
First world problems, dog.
No. Working 5 days a week is for the birds. I don't know how I do that.
Oh my God.
It's impossible.
I know. Shit.
Who works that many days in a row?
That's why I really feel like the weekend is made for Michelob because I earned my shit this weekend. Boy, shit, that's for real. But it is what it is, At least I got a job. That's
right.
Especially for the holiday season, too.
You are working, and that's the most important piece.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I work 4 days.
Yeah, about that.
And I don't work weekends.
Yeah. Okay, and
Anyways.
yeah.
Yo, I'm living the dream right now. I sleep every day. Well, I get up and go to the gym, but I take a nap every day from like 3 to 5:30.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Work like a dog, live like a king.
That's right.
Yep. Cat nap.
Yeah, with cat naps.
Yo, it's to the point now where I'm cranky if I don't get my nap.
Yeah.
They're like, D, you didn't get a nap today. I'm like, nah. I didn't. My whole life is just the whole day just goes downhill. I don't get a nap. So.
Forget the Snickers. You way beyond Snickers. You in the nap time now.
Like, yo, did you get your nap today?
Oh, man. But how was your week, man?
Shit, man. It's always pretty good, man.
You had a DJ gig.
Shout out to Junior Achievement.
Yeah.
They hired me to come in and do their, it's called JA Inspire. It's basically like a career fair for 8th graders. They come through, they walk around. I ran into some people I knew.
Oh, yeah, my lady was there, too.
Yeah, your lady was there.
Yep.
Her badass kids. It was funny because here's the thing: I'm not an official booth, right? But I'm set up within the realm of all the official booths, and the kids are going around and they're getting stamps and shit. And so they come up to me.
They spoke with somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
They come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're the DJ." I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm the DJ." And then it'd be like an awkward silence. And they're like. I'm like, so you guys have any questions? And they're like, how long you been a DJ? I'm like, longer than you've been alive, kid. Like, we ain't any DJ questions. But then they don't get a stamp because I'm not an official booth. So then they just would lose interest immediately. I'm like, so then I started going, I'm not an official booth, kids, but I can answer any questions. And then they just like,
Lame.
no stamp. So maybe next year I'll get to be an official booth, but. It was cool.
You're not even stamp worthy.
Right. It was weird too because they're like, you're not like a real job almost. Like, you just, I don't get credit for you, so I'm going to keep it moving.
Right.
And you're like,
I was better off talking to the janitor.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes I would bake them in and make them talk to me for a few minutes and then be like, I don't have stamps, kids. Yeah. And they'd be like, this motherfucker just standing here.
You know, that's like going to somebody's house. Have during Halloween, ringing the doorbell, hey, and putting on a little show. Hi, kids, I ain't got no candy. What the fuck? What make me all turn around and show off my outfit and tell you who I was and the whole history of my costume, and you ain't got no candy? Listen,
yeah,
what kind of?
Yeah, that's what gets you house egg. But good thing the kids don't egg you.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah.
Nah, but overall, it's a good event. I think it was something like 5,000 kids came through over 2 days.
Junior Achievement.
The shit was wild early. My only bit of feedback would be to make that shit start at 10. So I don't have to be there at 7:30 after working
late a little bit.
a night at the club. Day one was rough because I didn't get my nap. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. You guys can listen to this shit. But then day 2, I got my nap, and it was much better on day 2. But a lot more kids, it seemed like, too. But overall, good event.
All right.
Good event. Nice. Shout out to Junior Achievement for paying me to show up. It was a nonprofit. So nonprofits, they don't always have money like that. So, the fact that they reach in your pocket. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Listen, I run a nonprofit. I don't got no fucking money. And I work for nonprofits. and didn't make a lot of money, but the value is not in the money; it's in the service.
True.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
And I was like all profound and shit.
Message.
I don't know what they're putting in the food though, because I seen a couple 8th graders that were like 6'5".
Oh, it's nuts.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and I'm
older
only
than me.
And this is where I'm like kind of like fucked up because I'm like automatically thinking that kid stayed back. Like there's no way. There's no way, dude.
Man, you're 24.
Like how old are you? These kids are walking through like I don't know whatever kind of new preservative they're putting in the food, yo. But like,
Yo, I remember though back when we was going to middle school. I swear there was a kid that used to drive to school.
yeah.
And I'm like, yo, what the
This
hell?
Spanish dude.
Yep. I know his name. I'm not gonna say his
We're
name.
not gonna put him out there, but
Nah, but because he was cool as shit.
homie was driving to school early, like 8th grade.
He used to teach me mad swears too, but see, even back then, like it was weird because it was like this dude is dumb old. Number one, because he's driving to school. Number one. Number two, like he's talking to chicks that I'm trying to talk to, and I can't really compete with this. So I'm like, dude, like. This dude got an apartment. He got a kid back in his country. You know, he got a family waiting for him to be legal to bring him up here. Like,
It could have been some 21 Jump Street, though.
Yeah, this is right.
for real, looking back at it, imagine
This was before
trying to get the cartel.
they just push. This was before they just push kids through. Now they'd be like, man, you got a mustache, you gotta go. You can't. You can't be in the 8th grade anymore again for like the 5th year.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, nah. And then like to quote my sister, all these little tater thoughts out there.
Boy.
We're gonna submit tater thoughts to the Urban Dictionary.
Tater tots.
Tater thoughts.
Oh, tater tots. Oh, dude.
On these little fast ass little girls and shit. Like I feel like there was a lot of like relationships that happened during this event over the last 2 days too. You know. Because like some of these kids were just pretty fresh. Like, okay, we're going where it's gonna be other schools. Like, gotta be looking real lovely. So I don't know how many.
No, but it's always been like that. Like, and it's weird when you're and from my experience, and I've never been a teenage girl. Let me put that out there like that. I never wished to be one either. That's not my thing. To each their own. But no, like. It just seems like teenagers want to look older, and older people want to look younger, and it's like, where's the medium on like just being comfortable with who you are and what you are? Because even when home dude being all 24 years old in 8th grade, driving with a mustache, filling out tax forms with the school, it's like I just had to be comfortable being the short guy, you know, the skinny short guy. So it's like. I just had to rock with what I got. So
I think you want to be older until you can drink, and then you want to be cool.
Yeah.
For like a couple years, and then you got to get a real job, and then you're like, damn, I wish I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I hate going to work.
Yeah, once you get that first bill,
it's
it's all over.
Yeah, that's like
I don't even know if it's the first bill. It's like when you first move out and you living on your own. Like the first bill that like you can't be like, Mom, can you pay this, or like, can I get some money?
When you realize, damn, a bar of soap costs how much? Like 2 pieces. What? Like what the hell?
Yeah, maybe you gotta get that off-brand cereal.
No wonder my mom had all those coupons back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
man, and you like you start to sacrifice shit. You're like. I guess I'm gonna get this Suave because it's only $1. You know, I don't know how my mom was paying for all this expensive shit. She's like, I had a job.
That Fructis might make my hair smell nice, but this Suave is making me buy some steak later on. Like I could buy a pack of hot dogs with the money I'm saving on this one.
You know, I mean, I don't know about how long did you moved out, right?
Yeah.
You know, when did you move out on your own?
The first time I was 17.
Oh, so you were younger than me.
Wait. Before we like get into it, you want to introduce yourself to the audience? We're sorry.
We just introduced you as the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Vinny, and we got Haley.
Hey.
Does vocals and Juno.
Yep.
Yo, the band is Smooth Band. We're gonna get into the music in a minute, but right now they're just sitting here wrapping it up with us.
Yeah. So like,
you were 17. Are you on your own? You still live with your
No,
mom?
I'm still with my parents. I'm only 23, so
hey.
I'm young.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm living the dream.
That's a cultural difference.
Absolutely.
You know, like, and it's a gender thing too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like parents, unless you're Italian or Portuguese.
No.
Because then, if you're Italian or Portuguese and you're a dude, you can stay home till you're like 35.
Oh, yeah.
Literally forever.
You'd be like 40.
You're supposed to.
You're good.
Supposed to stay home, help out your mom.
Live with your mom and shit.
Without you, who's gonna take out the trash? We can't take out the trash. It's cold outside.
You know,
I just moved back into my parents last year, and that's exactly how it is, though. And
Yeah.
honestly, if I could live there for another 40 years, I probably would.
Oh yeah.
It's cheaper.
it's cheaper, you know, and it's cool if you got parents that don't still try to police you and shit. Like, I lived with my mom for a little bit. Like, when I came back from Detroit, I stayed with her for like 6 months. But it was a conversation. My mother was like, listen, I've been living by myself for a little while now. You're not going to live here forever. Get a fucking job. It's January 1st. I expect you to be out of here by August. Like, it was very, like, clear cut.
See you over here.
Like, your room is a closet. Like, I'm not. I'm not trying to entertain. Like, and don't bring no girls in my house and all of that. And I was like, damn, I can't bring no chicks by. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, because I've been living on my own since I was like 19. So I was like, I'm used to coming and going as I please. And she didn't really police me on that. As long as I was like, well, she did want me to be home before like the sun came up. So it was like,
see,
I don't know.
and I know with my mother, it was like, there's not a hotel. You're not just gonna be coming in and out as you please. Like, you're gonna be doing dishes. Like, all of a sudden, she can't do anything. Like, she could make a mess, but not clean up after herself. But somehow, like, when I'm not there, it gets done. Like, but when I'm there, it's like, all right, now you're here. You can do more and I can do less. And this is what you're supposed to do for your mother, because I had done so much for you when you was
You
young.
just got to do it. You know? Can't
So it's
complain.
like, and we discussed like how my mother likes this kind of backhand kind of guilt trip, and I love it.
Always.
Yep. You're like, you know, you could always help out your mother if you get a bonus from work, right? You know, I need a Santa Claus too. Like, oh Jesus, Mom. All right,
Mom, there is no Santa.
yeah.
She told me that when I was 9.
It's not real.
Santa's not real. You are Santa.
Yeah, and the joke between me and my mother, and I know she doesn't like when I do this a lot with her, but I'm like, you know, it's actually Jesus' birthday, Ma. You go to church all the time, so you should know that you're not the one to get gifts.
Right.
It's supposed to be Jesus. She's like, yeah? Is that what we're doing? I'm like, yeah, plus it's the thought that counts. I thought about getting you something, but, you know, I thought about Jesus first. Happy birthday, Jesus. You know? And she's like, yeah, you're full of shit. Go do the dishes.
So funny.
But yeah, shout out to moms.
Shout out to moms. Yeah, because mom still hooks it up. Like, you never stop asking your parents for shit. Like, I'm 40, and I still ask my mom for shit. You know what I mean? My car's about to shit to bed. My mom just bought a new car. Guess who's getting a new car?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mom, what you doing with that car over there? Can I get that? She's like, you could buy it. I'm like, damn. All right, what you want for it? Please don't say $2,000, $3,000. Like, but she giving me good numbers on it.
Do I have to pay you down?
Like,
How about I just take out the trash and do the dishes?
yo, let me. Can I give you like 100 at a time? You know.
That slow drip will fill a bucket.
You know, if I pay you now every Saturday till
Yeah.
Till I just pay that off. You know.
You know how my account is set up.
Right?
see, I got the checking account, I got the savings account, and the money's in my savings account.
But she still hooks it up, man. Like with mad shit, and I'm just like, damn. I'm supposed to be like self-sufficient. My mom's still like bailing me out of shit occasionally. Not really like a bailout. Well, no, it's like a bailout. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, not like put this money and go pay your rent and shit, because she'll never do that. But like, if I need some shit, like she'll let me get my glasses, and she disguises it as gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, your birthday's coming up. Go get yourself some glasses. Or,
Yeah.
you know, oh, you need your wisdom teeth taken out. Christmas is coming. Get your teeth. But then you got to pay me back though. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get you this shit, but then I want my money, and then it becomes very business with my mom. Like, she's very like, I gave you money so you could get this thing that you needed. I need my money back now. Like, let's not fuck around. And she'll text me, the credit card bill is due. You need to send me X amount of dollars by today. I'm like, damn.
Not even a day notice.
Mom,
not like sundown. Like now.
I went out last night. Can I pay you on Thursday? The bill does not pay itself.
And then the second you get yourself something, they always got to bring it up. Like, you know, you owe me money, and I see you out there spending your money.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Those new shoes. Those are new shoes, huh? Yeah, you know the credit card bills do. Remember your wisdom teeth where you couldn't even open your eyes? Yeah, pay it.
Yeah.
Man, I can't tell my mom anything without it turning into, oh, well, how about this? Like, you're supposed to be doing this, but you're doing this. Like, what's going on with that? You know, like, I literally can't tell her anything. You know, I'll be, like, really excited about something. I'm like, hey, Mom, like, check out this thing. And then it's always like, oh, well, are you saving money to buy a new car? And she's like, that's not what we're talking about, though.
Yeah, no, the positive goal, because if anything, I did get the bus pass laminated. You see, it's getting better. It's getting better. So, but you see, this is a nice little, reward that I met this milestone. Yeah, about the ultimate goal, though.
So it's like, that's great, but...
Yeah.
That's their job, though. That's their job as parents. Like, they just keep you on point, like, for your whole life. Yeah, like, they see you slipping up a little bit. They're like, come on now, what is this?
But you see, this is the thing, though. Like, as guys, we have an experience living at home with our mother, but you're at home with your folks, right?
Yeah, with my mom.
But as a female, how is it different?
Are you guys like besties?
No. Sometimes.
I always imagine like when daughters stay home with their mom and like they live together, they're like roommates. Like,
we fight like hell.
Like an episode of Friends.
Yeah, all snuggled up with your
God, no.
watching TV shows on Friday nights.
No, I love her to death, but we're too similar, so we're bad. I have other siblings too, and they just hate us.
All right. So it's not eating bonbons and watching Lifetime movies?
I mean, sometimes it's like that, but,
okay.
I love it.
Damn, I hope that doesn't come back and bite me that I said that. Yeah, seeing that, like, people are getting caught up with, like, things that they've said in the past.
Right.
Man. You're like your boy Kevin Hart.
Yeah, kind of segue.
Man, Kevin Hart, he was making so many good moves, and...
yeah.
Now he's not hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, the ghost from Christmas Past came back. The
social media has struck again. You know what I mean? Like, it's good.
Social media mafia.
As long as you're not trying to get to like social media caps you off at a specific level of like hype now.
Yeah.
Like if you did any kind of like wild shit before you were famous, you better not try to be more famous than what you are. Like, because that shit.
And in a sense, right? And I was looking at it. It was like it feels like Icarus in a sense, the story of Icarus, where they will let you get to a certain height, but if you get too high, you're gonna melt your wings and you're gonna crash back down to earth. So it just feels like that, where all of this has been there when he's been making movies, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if this
it was part of his stand-up routine.
Yeah.
Like he said it out loud,
and he's also worked, and I don't really know his affiliation because I don't really dig into people's sexual preferences because that's their business. I'm not out here saying I'm straight and I'm proud. That's nobody's real business. But like Josh Gad, didn't he work with him? Isn't he of that ilk, I guess, to say? Like,
is he? I didn't know that.
That's what I'm saying. But he's in that realm of things. And how come none of this has come up? How come
I don't think
these people, like, he's been on Ellen.
Right.
So, like, how she doesn't have an
and
issue
Ellen
with
is
him.
messy.
She's very messy.
She's just
Right?
ridiculous.
Ellen will be like, so you hate gay people? And you'll be like, what?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't think it's the fact that he said, I don't want my son to be gay. I think that's just a thought. Like, no straight man wants their son to be gay. But they should be okay with it if they are.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the issue is that he said that if he found out his son was playing with dolls, he would break them over his head, which now also becomes child abuse. But that's a whole different...
Yeah.
I think that was more the backlash. Like, damn, you hate gay people that much that you would, like, bust your son's ass if he was gay. Like, that's not acceptance.
But then, you see, then the flip was, okay, well, if he would do this to his son, would he do this to me if he sees me out on the street? Like, wait, since he said that, again, he's been around people of that ilk where that's their lifestyle. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. And has he done any harm to them? Has he said anything to them to be like, face person to person, like, get out my face? Like, no, I can't deal with you putting up cross like they're a vampire and shit. Like,
Plus, he works in
garlic on the breath
Hollywood,
and
and I don't know if you know about Hollywood, but
Yeah.
it's very sexually fluid there.
Yeah, it's hard not to run across somebody
You know what I mean?
that's
So,
not.
I mean,
in that lifestyle.
everybody's banging everybody in Hollywood.
Yeah,
I don't know if I ever want to be Hollywood famous.
Man, everyone's gotten herpes from Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter, no.
And it all comes from him.
Everybody.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Everybody.
Not the light-skinned Jesus.
Oh, man. No, not the captain, my captain.
Derek Jeter got herpes?
Oh,
Yeah, we found like a chart on it one time. It was
Oh, Lord have
like
mercy.
a tree chart.
Yeah,
Derek Jeter was at the
like,
top.
There was like over
Mariah
like 100
Carey.
people.
So he's
Yeah,
the
it's a ton
and it was
of
like all like A-list.
So he
Just-
really is the Godfather. Like he got the herpes.
Yeah.
He's sitting at the top of the pyramid.
like he gave it to someone who gave it to Usher.
Yeah.
And Usher's
Well,
giving it to people. Like, it's ridiculous.
So many people.
It's ridiculous.
Vinny with the hot take. I did not know that at all.
Damn.
That explains the non-disclosure
That's hot
agreements.
lava on my Yankee love.
He was,
Oh man.
that's probably why he gave them the gift bag. Here's the gift bag. And you're gonna need something else too. There's a little prescription in there.
Yeah. There's some pills that you're gonna want to take. It's not optional.
Right? And she's probably like, "Don't you worry, Derek. If I get pregnant, I'm having these babies." He's like, "Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get pregnant, sweetie."
That's not the problem.
No. You think the air is being purified with air. No. That's a birth control that you're breathing in right there, babes. Like he's on some real deal 60s spy
I did not know
propaganda
Derek.
shit.
Did not know Derek Jeter was that kind of savage.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh man, damn.
Yeah, how's that feel? Iron Monkey, yeah, he's a huge Yankees fan. You know what I'm
New
saying?
Yorker. Yeah, that's why I was like, damn, there's really no comeback to that. When am I going to try to bring up something about Nomar Garcia Parra? Like, you know, that's like in that movie where with Eddie Murphy, and they had it was Harlem Nights, and it was Arsenio Hall, and they're shooting at somebody, and they have machine guns, and they had the one guy in the back with the popgun, pat.
Oh yeah.
And the guy, so yeah, you came with the machine gun with the hot lava on Derek Jeter, and I'm coming here with the Nomar Garcia Parra with the like, oh man, like what are you gonna say next? Like,
I wish I like remembered why we even like looked that up in the first place.
Because we were listening to Usher in my car on the way to Connecticut
Oh, yeah.
with Mikey, and I was like, "Oh man, that guy's herpes just got so much worse recently."
yeah.
I guess I don't know.
yeah,
He
'cause,
got
like,
more herpes or
he
something.
like was giving it to like more people.
Yeah.
don't tell me the
He was,
song
like,
was "Let It
hospitalized
Burn."
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what the conversation always
Yes.
starts. I'm mad that this is where we are with Usher. Like, no, like he hasn't started long time ago. He hasn't had hits. Like he's just known as Usher, the herpy man.
Yep.
Yep.
Like that's his alter ego. He just flips his cape and then
After all
he's
these
just a
years to
magic
come
H.
back to be known for that.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Well, he's always had it.
Yeah.
and then the song
He
"Let
just-
It Burn"
Yeah.
too on top of it.
Yep.
Like it doesn't help. Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to be letting it burn.
no.
Nah, you don't want to let it burn. That's for sure.
No.
That one.
He probably somehow got it from Derek Jeter too. I think that's how we found that list.
It was a
He
threesome.
Or just, I mean, yeah, or just nothing probably.
Well, there's some groupies that like to jump circles. And,
Exactly.
That's very true.
You know, it is what it is. That's
It was
why,
probably
like,
Mariah Carey was that
Oh,
comment.
Wow.
She got it from him too. Cameron Diaz.
Nah, what?
Yeah, so many.
I'm gonna have to find this list.
again the machine
Yeah,
guns are coming out. The machine guns are coming out.
I need to find this list
Mariah
because
Carey.
this is an interesting list. We had
The herpy list.
we had the herpy list. No, but in like a week or two, we're gonna have my friend Amanda Lambros. Owens Jane now. She's a sex therapist or relationship counselor in Australia. She's like the Dr. Ruth of Australia. She's going to come on the show. We're going to do a sex show. So I got to find this list.
Yeah.
That shit.
You
Can
know
ruin
what, though?
everybody's crush.
There's a show called Adam Ruins Everything, and it usually comes on the True TV,
yeah,
right? Label out. But he had an episode talking about STDs and shit like that, and I guess they had a section on herpes, basically saying that everybody basically has herpes.
Yeah.
It's just how active it is in your system.
If you've had a cold sore before you have herpes, most people have that gene.
So
I don't think I do. I don't think I've ever had it.
And they're saying that it's basically rare not to have it than to actually have it, where it's just a social stigma out there that is like, ew, you got it? Ew. Like, don't touch me.
Yeah, but let's not forget there's different kinds of herpes too, though.
Yeah,
like,
and
there's the nasty kind and the nastier kind.
Yeah. What we have is like you got a cold sore in your mouth.
Yeah, there's the Derek Jeter herpes, and then there's the
and that's like all kinds of herpes, I think.
Yeah,
the Derek Jeter herpes.
He's got like toe herpes.
Derek Jeter has his own kind of herpes now.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. You go to the doctor, they're like, it's like Lou Gehrig's disease.
I was about to say
Derek Jeter. Why are they all named after Yankee?
I was just about to say that. That's what I was going to try to stay away from. I'm like, damn, man.
Except the Barry Bonds.
I don't know. There must be something in that locker room.
But the Barry Bonds is now the Tom Brady.
True.
Well, that's just my own conspiracy theory.
What's that, deflatable?
Or the Lance Armstrong. No. Oh, shit.
Oh, yes, I had to come with a machine gun somewhere. Like, all right. I saw my break.
Ouch.
Yeah. But no, like, it's just weird when you really look at it when it comes to just the social stigma of things like that, because it's like, all right, you know what? To each their own, and you got to just manage yourself. But there's levels to it. So it's like, you just have to see where you are on the spectrum and how you try to operate to overcome some of the statements. Because even getting back to what Kevin Hart was going through, it's like, all right, he said that. And what he's been saying in the media, and basically his non-apology, what people are calling it, is that, okay, let me explain what has happened. This is what I said. As I've grown, I've evolved from that train of thought. But you want to now hold today's standards based on what I said yesterday. So it's like with baseball, with going to Barry Bonds, it's like when he got caught up in the whole scandal of things, those drugs weren't really illegal in the sport at the time when he was doing it. But when they made it illegal, they was like, they went back and said, look, you were doing it, so you're guilty of it. So it's kind of like the same thing with him, and thinking of it, I remember when I was back in middle school and I was younger, much younger, and it's a very bad statement and I don't condone it going forward, but we used to call people African booty scratchers, right? That was the thing to, like to dog somebody. That, again, like I said, it's not the thing to say going forward, but now that I've grown up, it's like, look, it's not a cool statement to make. So are you going to hold that, what I said back when I was a child, now against me now that I'm adult? Isn't there supposed to be a level of growth there? Allow me that. So in his situation, just the social media mafia just came after him. Like, all right, this has been cooking for 10 years, and now we're coming after you as if we didn't have our chance to say something, but we're not going to let you get so close to the sun where we're going to break you and bring you back down to earth and you know, let you know your place where we see you. So it's very weird, but it's now who they're going to get. Because as a comedian, all comedians walk the line.
Yeah, that's why celebrities they go crazy after a while, because they're not allowed to make mistakes.
It's like
being on that platform.
I think a lot of it too, like, it's perception. Like at least like the way I see comedians, like for some reason, just I think like when I see like stand up, like, or like whatever, I think like that literally is that person's life. Like that's how they live. Like that's who they are all the time. They're never not joking. Like that's who they are. But like for instance, like you watch The Office. Like everyone loves The Office. Like Michael Scott, that's not a real person. That's someone acting like that. So even though he's just as ridiculous, like you laugh at it because that's a character being portrayed by someone, where someone, you know, like Kevin Hart usually is playing himself, or when he's doing stand-up, he's himself. You're seeing Kevin Hart. You're not seeing a character. You're viewing him. And
it's
so
like,
now
like
you
looking at his version of it, his reality on taking a spin. Because if I stub my toe, I could either look at it as a comical view of things, or I could look at it from a point of view of pain and frustration. It's what you present on stage, so it's two sides of a coin. So yeah, in that situation, like Caveman was saying, as a straight man, and I kind of agree with it too. As a straight man, you don't have a son and then say, you know what? Yeah, I want my son to be gay. But if he is, I love him going forward.
Right.
But like what they're holding against Hart is the violent part of it.
Right.
But it's as if he hasn't evolved from it. It's just keeping him stuck with that snapshot.
Yeah.
And saying
It's all
that's
we'll
all
see.
you thought, and you can't think anything else.
Right.
So you've said it. You can't change it. Now don't try to wiggle out of it.
And now social media keeps that shit forever.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
you got before you used to have to go through like the library periodical tables,
Yeah.
like
Find
search
it,
through the
find it,
fucking
yeah.
newspaper. What is that, microfiche? Fucking turning and shit.
Yeah.
Now you're just like Kevin Hart says gay shit. Boom, like, everything comes right up on your phone.
I remember back in the day, it was like nobody really knew that KRS-One beat up the dude from PM Dawn.
Word?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh damn! Or like, but it's just one of those kind of things that you just had to know somebody that knew somebody
Right.
who had a subscription to rap pages, and they were reading it in the magazine, and they told you about it, and then it's like, oh damn, you never heard that
Yeah,
story?
you used to have to work for your news back in the day, or like to get that hot record before everybody else. You used to
Yeah.
have to know like
Somebody in
a
New York.
label rep in New York who was stealing that shit out the studio and burning it and sending it to you. Because I had two versions of that No Limit Snoop album. I had two versions of the Black album, not the Black album, Volume 2, Jay-Z. Like I had but we had them early. You know, they might have been in New York already, but they wasn't in Detroit. So when we got them, we crushed the game. They were like, "How did you get this shit?" We were like, "Yo, you got to know somebody." Like, it's just it is what it is.
Cousin in New York got it to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he came on the Greyhound. Yeah, it wasn't like he sent an email or something like that. He had to hand deliver it.
There's no Dropbox.
No Dropbox. No
FedEx, no UPS
no
like
Google.
that.
No Google. What is that? Google whatever the fuck that is.
Drive.
Google Drive. Yo, send the drive, dude. I'm gonna email it to you. Like you sent me the music today. 10 seconds before you would have had to yo, I'm gonna bring the record with me.
Yeah, 12-hour bus ride with 2 transfers.
Y'all got a reel to reel in the studio because all I got is reels.
Yeah, we need a day to set this up.
Yeah, because I'm not sending. No, because it wasn't even like FedEx or UPS or DHL.
It was
like
just
that
regular
back then.
postal service. I don't know when FedEx started, but it wasn't as big before.
Nah, and even with that, you didn't want your
UPS
record
been
to
around
break.
for a while. UPS been around for like 50, 60 years, but
Yeah, but it wasn't accessible like that. It wasn't.
And it was
if
dumb
I wanted to
expensive.
send something to you. Yeah, it wasn't like if I wanted to send something to you, it was a viable option.
there was no one rate box.
Nah.
Weigh that shit. Yo, I'm only sending you socks for Christmas because the shit is too expensive.
Yeah, shit's heavy.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna save all your Christmas presents, and when you come out here for the summer, then you can open all your shit.
You'll get your wool socks that I knitted for.
You go to your,
Summer granny.
you go to your grandma's house for the summer or whatever, and it's like, oh, I got all your Christmas gifts, and you're like, yo, it's July. Fuck it, I like free shit. I like gifts,
Christmas in July. That's where that came from.
right?
Yep.
No, so we're saying here with the, what do you guys classify yourself as? Like pop, rock,
Yeah, I'd say like rock alternative.
rock alternative group.
All right.
Juno, check them out on the. Well, go ahead and introduce yourselves again. And let's get into this.
Yeah,
music
so
here.
we're on all sorts of social media. You can find us on Facebook at Juno Official. Our Instagram is at the band Juno. Twitter Juno_RI. YouTube is, I think, also Juno Official.
Juno Official.
I
Yeah,
think so.
it's Juno Official.
Yeah, we try to keep that stuff up to date as often as we can. So we're actually in the middle of doing a crowdfunding campaign right now. We're in the studio recording some new songs, and have some merch up for sale that we're trying to sell and get rid of so we can record more.
That's what's up. So when, how long you guys been together? About a year or two?
We started playing music together like almost 2 years now, technically.
About.
But
Maybe even like a little more, honestly.
we didn't actually start Juno until last year.
Okay.
So what made you guys like start working together? Like, was you just like out drinking one night? And was like, you know what? You do music, I do music. Let's do music.
Well, we've known each other for a really long time. Because like I've been playing music around this scene since I was like 13, and
Okay.
he's been doing sound for me
Oh,
forever.
okay.
You know, but we weren't that close until maybe like 2.5 years ago. And his old roommate was my old drummer, so we all kind of just jammed one day, and we just kept making music.
Cool. So how would you describe your sound? Like if people are like, I mean, obviously like alternative, but like,
Yeah.
Like on what range? Because when you say alternative, you have like Nirvana,
Right.
Then you have like Nickelback.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is,
Yeah, it's a pretty big spectrum.
and it is like, it's a pretty
Rage
wide
Against the
spectrum. You know
Machine.
what I mean?
I would say it's definitely for fans of Paramore or like Panic at the Disco. Or,
Okay.
We kind of take our influences from so many different places. Like I've always been in like really heavy bands, but we're not that heavy.
Right.
Yeah, not at all.
Like I went to college for jazz guitar,
Oh wow.
so like I incorporate a lot of that.
Where'd you go?
I went to URI.
Okay.
I didn't finish. I dropped out twice, but
Hey,
Twice. Wow.
but you know.
hey. Sometimes
There's there's a lot of different influences to what we've been doing, and just being into audio. One of my biggest influences is just like listening to certain things and picking up on tones, and just I take a lot of influences literally just from how something sounds. I might not like the song, but I like the way that it's recorded, or I'll like a tone, or I'll like something about the actual audio process, and I think it makes the way that I write a little bit different because of that.
All right. So, like, when you guys get together to create, like, who does the writing? Or you guys write together, or do you guys bring ideas?
Yeah, it's kind of a 50-50. Usually I'll sit in my basement, I'll record some demos, just ideas that I have. I'll send them to Haley, and then she will rework anything that she likes or doesn't like, and put her vocals on it and pull it all together. That's her voice is what really makes us like stand out. Like you can literally have anyone play an instrument and like basically replace any member of the band, but once you have a vocalist, that's really like that's your sound. You know, like if you look at like any bigger band now, like their front person's doing a solo project, and like that's all anyone really cares about at the end of the day. But I think we have a really good dynamic as far as that goes. Like all the bands I've ever been in, like I haven't really ever had a singer that stood out, and Haley like really pulls together all of our music.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, but also though, when it comes to like the instruments and stuff, like there's a lot of like, I don't know, he comes up with weird shit, like weird guitar riffs that like are just awesome, like really like vibey stuff that, I don't know, like some of it you just kind of wouldn't expect in like a like alternative indie-ish band.
What's that jazz background?
And that
No jazz.
that inspires a lot. Like I can't write a vocal melody, like based around. I mean, I can like based around a boring song, but like that inspiration comes from like the it's awesome little guitar licks.
So are you one of those writers who like goes to like a dark place, or like how do you like, what's your process?
It's weird for me because a lot of times I write in my car.
Word, car writers.
Because just because like I'm bumping the music, especially if he just like sent me something new that we're working on. I just listen to it over and over again, like blast that shit. Everybody hates me at a red light, like and I'll just, and especially because I am like I'm alone, and no one can hear me. Like I don't care about the person in the Prius next to me looking at me.
You can really practice that shit in your car.
Yeah,
you can't.
And like belt out, whatever, not annoy anybody. Like I don't know. I'm not really somebody who sits down with the intention to write either. Like it's kind of, it like comes as like an inspiration. Like I've like pulled over and like just thought of like a lyric, not even like for any particular song, like almost like poetry. Like write it down in my phone, and then who knows? Like 5 months later, I use it for something. Like writing something, I remember, oh shit, that like one lyric that I wrote kind of goes with like the vibe of the song, and then like base shit around that.
Do you write every day?
No, I've been slacking lately a little bit with that because I play guitar and piano as well. So I do my own acoustic stuff as well. And that I used to be like a really, really, really avid writer.
Like coffee shops and shit.
No, that's not my style.
Like you said acoustic, and I just immediately went to like a coffee shop, like remixing, like
everything's copacetic with the
make sure you tip your baristas.
Yeah. No, it's more like me being like way too messy drunk on stage saying tip your bartender. So
Yeah, more Budweiser than gluten-free.
Yeah.
So you guys been together for about a year now playing? Are you guys going on tour at all? You go playing like locally?
That's the end goal. We actually have a show coming up, I believe, on the 28th or 26th of December, something like that.
19th, I think.
I don't know.
Y'all need to get your calendar together.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the Facebook page to show up.
Yeah.
But it's going to be at a SKU in Providence.
Okay.
It's actually going to be our first official show. We're just playing
Okay.
acoustic. We actually don't have a full lineup right now. So it's been interesting writing songs because there's less cooks in the kitchen. So,
Right.
Well, that's good, though.
Yeah.
That sometimes is good though, because I mean, like
I can't write with four
you hear
people.
about like bands like Metallica who had like such like issues
Yeah, they
putting
go
their
to
albums
therapy
together.
together.
You know what I mean? They all go to therapy together. You know, I've always felt like it's good to just have like one person who writes the songs, and then it's like, or you know, as a band, if you have a band, obviously you get together and you like figure out the melodies and whatnot. But it's like, all right, this is what I'm thinking. Go to work, like, or this is what I have. Like, if I was in a band. Like, I never understood why Metallica fought. Like, just to use them as an example, because they have that stuff that's on, like, Netflix and whatnot. You know, like, that's the guy who writes the songs. Just write the songs. Like,
Yeah.
write the songs, come to him. Like, yo, that way, especially as a singer, you don't have to figure out what's happening. I mean, obviously, it's cool to be like, hey, I don't know about that lyric.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
You know, I'm gonna hit this guitar riff right here. You know, it's got to be like a collaborative, but like, I don't want to write the songs. Like, if I'm the drummer, I just want to play.
Right.
See, we don't have that problem because it's just us two writing. And even when we get our other musicians, like when we eventually get like a full-time drummer, like a second guitarist, like that's going to be something that's understood, I think.
And if you're a full-time drummer or a second guitarist, holla at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
See, and to your point, is what I see is when you're working in a band of two, it's easy to put a project together like Legos because it's just you two.
Yeah.
Like, you could put your piece and then you could build upon.
Right.
But then if you have like 5, 6 other people, that same process of like Lego pieces don't work. It's more like
So
making
messy.
bread where everything has to blend together and not just build upon. It has to blend together as like, and that's where somebody might want to put too much yeast, or somebody now wants to put garlic with the bread. And like, we're not making garlic bread. So, but with two people, it's much easier because it's less ingredients and it's just you two building upon each other. So I could see that process working where more people, more cooks in the kitchen.
Yep.
And if you guys do, you know, make it to that level, you can always just hire musicians.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, hey, play this.
That's
And
truly
it's-
the goal,
and it's,
honestly.
you know, we're the band.
Yep.
You guys are like backup.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
You're the pips, basically.
Yeah.
But it's also wicked fun to be in a band with, you
Yeah.
know, with people and like make that connection with people.
Of course. I mean, it's good to have like, you know, I'm sure the chemistry is better when
Yeah.
you're not just hiring guys,
Right.
but you know, on the top flight level, all those guys can play. So it's,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
tight
You
as
know.
hell. Yeah.
So this show coming up is going to be your first show actually performing together live?
Yep.
Oh, all right. So you guys have like usually just in the basement together
Yeah,
working?
we've done like open mics and like that kind
okay.
of stuff, and like we've like we actually did a Post Malone cover that we've got up on our YouTube page and on our Facebook
Okay.
page.
Yeah.
which one? White Iverson?
No. No. It's actually an acoustic song that he did.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to, you know, like
Post Malone
change
has
too
acoustic
much.
music?
He does on his newer
deeper than
album.
you
It's
think.
a song
really
called
good
Stay.
guitarist, yeah.
He is a good guitarist.
He's deeper than
Really?
you think.
Yeah, he's good. He
I
really
mean,
is.
I'm convinced he's on meth, but
Oh, he
Oh,
probably.
he probably
whatever,
is.
yeah. He's got that look to him.
He fits the
money.
profile.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got the money.
He's got the money.
yeah, right.
Only the highest quality.
So what's the hardest part about being in Juno right now for you guys? Like, where do you guys clash at? Let's be a little messy here.
Finance for sure. It's the hardest part I think of any band I've ever been in is financing things. It's like, I don't know, like being in a band like seems really glamorous, but honestly it's really hard. Like people don't realize like even like merch, like when you're like when you go to a show and like you see like bands that have like a bunch of different t-shirt designs and you're like, wow, the shirt's like $40-$50, like that's expensive.
Yeah.
But you think about it, every one of those shirts probably cost them $12 to make.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like the shipping, and then you know when they're on tour, like like they have to like
Carry
have
it
room
with
to
them.
carry it. Like you got to pay someone to sit at the table and sell it.
Yeah,
And
so
like even like down to the studio time, you know, like it's expensive. Every part of it's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, you got to
Right.
buy instruments, and so that's actually where being a band of two is really difficult. You know, like if you're a 5-piece band, everything's
Everybody
five-
puts in like
five
$100
ways.
and you're good, or
Yeah.
$200 and
And
you're good.
yeah, as a 2-piece band, you know, everything's split 50-50, and it's
Yeah, we know
it's
we're a
a-
2-piece band.
Yep.
You know,
Shibbity wop. Take the lead down. Take the lead down.
that's definitely the hardest part for me, though. Yeah, it's like the creative part. That's something that I want to do, and I'm interested in it. So that hasn't gone away. I know for a lot of people, you know, they say, especially when you're in a contract, and you have to have X amount of records out in this
Yeah,
amount
you
of
gotta pump that
time. Now you have to just you're writing stuff that you don't necessarily feel.
Right.
And like that's what I've heard from a lot of people, but I definitely don't have that problem yet. And so I would just say it's like the back end stuff, and yeah, like even now, like we were talking about earlier, like social media, like you have to pay to get people to even look at your content.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like I paid to make this. Now I have to pay to get you to look at it.
The marketing side is just as expensive as the creative side.
Yep.
Tell us more about this. Well, you mentioned it. That you guys have the crowdfunding.
Yeah. What's some of the merch that you would do like with the crowdfunding? Like because I see like when you're talking about merch and going to shows, everybody got shirts. Like what would be one merch that you would have that would say, all right, when you see this, you know it's us. Like what would symbolize you guys the most? Like a keychain, a bumper sticker.
So the coolest thing, I think, for our crowdfunding campaign is we actually did all the merch designs ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
So they're 100% made by us.
All right.
A lot of stuff that you see like out there, like other bands or like artists or anything like that, they're literally just paying someone to design their stuff, and they, you know, they'll get a bunch of designs back and they'll just pick one or two. Where we actually took the time to make all of it, like by ourselves.
Yeah, even the album cover. And that looks awesome. You did that.
So when they get something from you guys, it's actually personalized. It's not just signed, and you know somebody push it in front of you, you sign it. You actually made it, signed it, and actually give. So top to bottom, it's all you guys.
Like
genuine merchandise.
we have a poster that's available on our page, and it's actually a photo that I took.
All right.
So
Vinny's a man of many talents over here.
Oh yeah.
Guitar player. So as a guitar player, I'm gonna ask the obligatory top 5 guitarists. They don't have to be in any order.
Top
Just
five.
your top 5. Well, your favorite 5.
Okay.
Your top favorite
my
guitarist.
number one, I'm gonna have to go with George Benson.
George Benson. Woo. You know he's a jazz guy. He's starting with George Benson.
Obviously, you got to put Hendrix in there.
Okay.
And then honestly, there's a lot of underground guys that, like, especially like newer people I've been really into. There's this guy named his name is Ben Rosette. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. He's very, very jazzy, but very like rock fusion. Man, this is such a hard list.
That's 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
No Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, but I think it's a different era for me.
All right.
I don't know. So like,
what's his name? Buckethead from
oh yeah, he's pretty good. Yep.
Slash or whatever his name is.
Yeah, actually Slash. I could put him on the list. He's
No Flea.
No.
I'm trying to make it difficult for you.
Let's see. Yeah, 4. We need one more. And I'm looking for a name.
I would honestly probably say Randy Rhoads.
Oh,
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, it's like it's not so. I wouldn't say I take inspiration from everyone on that list, but they're icons and they've influenced a lot of people that I take influence from. And so without some of those guys there, music wouldn't be where it is today.
Out of that list of people, who do you think that you personally sound more like or have like in that vein of things?
I like to think that I sound like George Benson, but I don't because
he's a monster.
He's just got a certain thing that you know it's him playing.
You know, like from you don't even need to know the song. You're like, oh, that's some George Benson in the background. Like,
and I've tried to play George Benson songs, even though I can play the notes, it doesn't sound like George Benson.
Yeah, it's not him.
It's
jazz.
not the same.
Like as my dad was a jazz musician, still kind of. I mean, you're always a musician, so it was a lot, George Benson was heavy in the house, heavy, and like jazz guitars, it's like jazz drumming. It's just so much more intricate than what it sounds like when you watch it, and you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? He's playing.
Yeah.
And it just drives you, like, you can't see my face. But
my favorite thing about George Benson is that he takes that freeform jazz, but he's got it in pop structures, and he's got pop songs, but he's got such a heavy jazz element to it. And like even like watching him play live, it's just like even now. He's been doing it for so long. He still puts it all out there, and just like his style is just
so it's
amazes me.
Super solid list, especially because George Benson's on it. And
first one he named.
I'm only gonna take exception that Prince somehow is never on anybody's top 5 guitarist list. He wasn't even in the Rolling Stone list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time.
I think that's because he's more of a songwriter.
Yeah, I feel like he's more known for that.
Like, he's a great guitarist, but he's great at every instrument.
Yeah.
And so I think,
but he plays with a guitar.
Yeah, I just think it's something where his songs themselves stand out more than his guitar playing, though. I think calling him a guitarist, I think, is actually diminishing the fact that he's
the greatness of Prince
and his performances.
Because Prince could probably be on every top 5 list for like every instrument.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
I watched him kick Sheila E. off the drum set one time and play, and was like still just killing it in like 6-inch heels.
Yeah.
So
if you was to name like the top 5 things about Prince, right? Him being a guitarist isn't going to be in the top 5. It'll be probably fashion, sex appeal, maybe with the fashion.
no, for me it's
for some people.
I'm not thinking about Prince's sex appeal because I've heard about the power of Prince, and I'm not trying to get involved in that.
No, just for some people, like some people in general, not me or you per se, but then they would say his performance, the songs, just other stuff about him where it's down the list. But like you're saying with Benson, you know what it is. You know what it is. But wait, even before like we get even further into that, for vocalists for yourself, who would you have on your list of vocalists?
It's hard to pick like my top 5 like favorite, but like I don't know.
You could say
who I
influences.
think of and like
Influences.
Michael Jackson, definitely one of them. Paul McCartney, honestly. More so for like his style though, rather than his actual vocals. Haley Williams, I love me some Paramore.
All right.
Oh man,
That's 3. All right. So now in your genre of music, like who would be the top person in that genre?
Haley Williams.
Haley Williams.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
All right.
I love Mariah Carey. Honestly, her vocals are incredible.
All right.
She's losing it though.
Oh no, she's lost it.
She's
Unfortunately.
like the alcohol and the cocaine is
Really?
She got a new single out called "Get the Fuck Out," and I was like,
And the herpes too. Let's not forget.
in the herpes.
Oh yeah.
She been Derek Jetered.
She has been.
She has been.
No,
been.
not just the herpes.
The Derek Jeter.
The Jeter herpes.
Yeah, the
Special
Jeter.
brands.
Yeah.
You got the Jeter strain.
Yes. That's messed up.
Why are we starting this? I'm co-signing to this too.
Just our goal to make that on everybody's mind all the time.
No,
Never get it out of your
It's
mind.
gonna be
really
legal
important.
out on us now. People
So
gonna
if Mariah
hashtag
Carey
that.
got herpes, that means Nick Cannon.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This list is crazy.
It goes on and on.
They all have
It goes
it.
deeper than you
It's
think.
like it's like the 6 degrees of Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
It's deeper than the Matrix. If you only knew. Go down the rabbit hole of the Derek Jeter.
All right, well, shit.
Oh man.
Thanks for coming down today, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the song right now. I'm gonna play the song.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity to shamelessly self-promote whatever you guys have going on. Let the world know.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is our new song called Too Good. This is the first single that we released during our crowdfunding campaign. Currently only available on the campaign page, so if you want to hear it again after this, you've got to check that out. If you follow us on all of our social media, there's links upon links upon links to the campaign page. and you should definitely check it out.
All right. Thank y'all for coming through today. We're going to get into the song. It's called Too Good by the group Juno. Check them out. Yeah, that was the group Juno in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, look who's here.
We had a special guest in the building.
Yeah. Trying to play too shy.
Got my lady in here. She came to crash the party. Because we're about to go get our workout on afterwards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep it healthy. Only one rule, babe. You sit at the table. So, feel free to participate in the conversation. Or you can just listen. Yeah. But if you say anything, the mic's going to pick it up anyway.
You can laugh.
You can laugh.
You can say hello.
You can say hello. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people.
There it is. Oh, we got on. We got on tape now.
She's officially on the show, guys.
Yep.
Special guest host. Mm-hmm. Would you like some
Yeah, go ahead. You know, this is not a video.
Nobody can see you.
Nobody can see you. Don't worry about it, you know? You don't have a booger in your nose. Even if you did, nobody's going to see it.
I don't want anybody to see me.
Oh, my goodness. I'm still cold from being outside. Like, they can see me. They
I
can't
just want
see
to,
you.
I feel bad.
You're good.
Like, she texted me and said, I'm outside. And I immediately just figured she was sitting in the car where, you know, but her son dropped her off. And she just let him drive away before she was inside.
Yeah.
We have to teach him how to make sure he waits out there for when he has, like, future girlfriends and stuff. When you drop your lady off, you got to make sure she goes in the house, you know, before you pull off in case nobody's home.
Yeah.
Or you got to stand outside for, like, the entire length of the Juno interview.
Damn, how long were you outside for?
Not long, like 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes? that's a long motherfucking time in that coldness.
And she
I'm
never...
just trying to like get in the sun, like.
And at no time...
That's when you know it's cold. You're trying to get
what little bit of heat is coming from the sun. And at no time did she text me and go, I'm just standing out here in the cold.
You told me to wait, so I was waiting.
I know, but you could have said, I'm not in the car.
Trying to get energy
And I
like your
came out,
Birdman, trying to stay
you know,
in
she's
the
out there
sun.
getting her reptile on, just in the sun. Just holding perfectly still, just soaking up all the rays.
Man. But, hey, that was a nice interview that we had with them, man.
Yeah, good band. The music is fantastic.
Yeah, they said on the 19th should be their show.
The 19th. So just make sure you go check them out if you're in the area. At
Wednesday.
Askew, which used to be the Fat Squirrel, which used to be...
Oh, is that on Cranston?
No, the Fat Squirrel.
Fast Squirrel, like...
Downtown.
You know, I don't go to clubs. I don't
Or
really
whatever
go
it was
out.
called. It's right down the street from Art Bar.
Oh, all right. All right. All right.
But yo, we got to get back into what we was just earlier talking about. I mean, we got...
The whole Kevin Hart
Though
thing.
we were talking about Kevin Hart, but also world-renowned scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson, not to be confused with Degrassi High, out there getting this Bill Cosby on.
Oh, man. Is that what we're calling that?
Well, yeah, man.
Man.
You know, when old dudes take advantage of tater tots. That's that's R. Kelly.
Wait.
That's R. Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, there's a few ladies that came forward and said that Neil deGrasse Tyson was sexually assaulting them, and
But his situation is different from Bill Cosby in the sense, is he married?
yeah, he's married too. I think he's married. But
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
one lady was like, he gave me a glass of water, and then I woke up naked. I was like, wow, that's like, he's using like real science to get chicks. He's not just using roofies. He's like...
he's using the periodical table to know that.
She's not even going to taste this shit.
Yeah. If I mix the barley with some arsenic, she won't. Like, what the hell?
You know, I don't know what's going on with like famous dudes just... I mean, and it's coming out.
And
like,
I actually have a theory about that. In all honesty, you didn't hear about any of these stories from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. The ones from the 60s and 70s, these ones I take with a grain of salt for the simple fact. Number one, it's from the 60s and the 70s. How much time has elapsed from then to now? That's number one. But okay, it is what it is. It's not my experience for me to tell somebody how to have that. That's number one. Number two, that was during the era of the sexual revolution, the height of drug use, right? So, if somebody's drugging you in the era of drugs and Woodstock and the sexual revolution, that one I gotta take with a grain of salt, in all honesty. That one I would have to, from the 60s and the 70s.
I mean, it's still some predator shit.
It is.
And this is not from the 60s to the 70s, but you know, these people, these ladies are like in their 40s. Like, this is like some shit that happened recently.
It's from the 80s. So now, his is from the 80s. Now...
Nah, one of the girls was like his...
Oh, well, no, that one's recent.
Yeah, like...
Yeah,
the three ladies that came out, like, one was like they're all within like the last 10 years. Like, they're not like some like way back in the time machine shit. Like, he's out here being a predator today, like trying to use his like super smarts and shit to be on some different... Like, he was like, well, shit.
But this is ultimately my theory. None of this came out when Hugh Hefner was alive. Once he passed, it seemed like the floodgates opened and all of these stories are now coming out. Look at all the stories that have come out since, again, from the 60s, the 70s, even the 80s. This is when he's still alive.
You think Hugh Hefner was keeping that shit under wraps somehow?
He was the gatekeeper of it all.
Of all the secrets?
Of all the secrets. When you go into the grotto, this is where the deals are made, in the grotto. And this is where you can tell me how I can keep your secrets. Now that he's gone, who's really stopping from all of this coming out?
That's an interesting conspiracy theory.
Because even with the money that he was making from the magazine, he was probably paying people off to keep them quiet on the low.
So what you're saying is like Hugh Hefner was like a Ray Donovan type dude? He was a Hollywood fixer?
I guess I don't really watch Ray Donovan. I've always wanted to get into it.
Hey, watch Ray Donovan. If you're looking for a show right now to watch, the new season of Ray Donovan started. I haven't even watched any of it, but catch up.
Label out.
It's dope. Label out. For Ray.
On Showtime.
Shout out to Liev Schreiber. I think that's how he pronounced his name. He played...
Your guess is better than mine.
Yeah. Is that how you say it, babe? Liev Schreiber?
Lee Shriver?
Schreiber?
Liev?
Yeah.
Liev?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. His name sounds like he would sound like super Russian, but he doesn't because he's from like Brooklyn.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Brooklyn. But I mean, aside from like Degrasse, like just like celebrity folks are just wilding right now.
Again, the keeper of the secrets are not.
The keeper of the secrets, but
he's not here anymore.
And locally, your boy Demetrius Andre got caught out there. World champion. He's world champion boxer. Demetrius Andre gets caught out with an unlicensed weapon. Now here's my thing.
All right.
Here's my thing. His weapon wasn't unlicensed. It was unlicensed in Rhode Island. He had like a carry permit for like New Hampshire or some shit. Now, my thing with all of these guys,
it's a technicality.
The Plexico Burrises and all these guys, the TIs, and T.I. got caught like trafficking guns, but that's a little different. But still, here's my thing. You get to a certain level of like stardom where people know you, where you can't really go anywhere without somebody trying to pretend like they're your friend and shit like that. Those same people that are pretending to be your friend, there's the same amount of people that's out there looking for like a way to like tarnish your star.
Yeah, it has to be a counterbalance somewhere.
So at a certain point, like at a certain level, you should get a thing in the mail that says, you're super famous now. Stop fucking around. Hire some people to do stupid shit for you.
Well, again, it gets back to the point of the whole Kevin Hart thing is how far back in your history are they going to go and hold shit against you?
I'm not talking about history. I'm talking about right now. Like if tomorrow I'm more famous. Listen, if tomorrow I'm more famous than I am right now, and I can't go anywhere without people being like, "What up, caveman? What's good? Like, yo, can I get an autograph? Let me take a picture." Like, fucking.
You shouldn't be getting caught with a DUI.
You shouldn't be doing shit. You shouldn't be driving. You shouldn't be carrying no weapons. And if you are carrying them, you got crazy money. Just go get the fucking licenses.
Yeah. You should have somebody that actually take care of the licensing
his
for you.
team, like first, dude, you got a gun with you. Like, you shouldn't just be carrying that shit around. But also, your team should be like, bro, let me take care of this for you so that if you do get pulled over with your weapon, it's good. He's a boxer. He's a well-known person. They're not going to not give him a carry permit for Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't use his hands.
He got justified cause.
And he's got enough money that people are going to start to want to rob him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you become robbable, you know what I mean? You should carry a weapon of some kind. But if you're going to do it and you got the money, it's not like I can't afford to get a carry permit. Them shits don't cost that much money. And you're a celebrity, so they're going to let you have it.
Yeah.
Anyway, why not just go do it?
Yeah, it's the follow through.
You know what I mean? And some of that is on him.
Yeah.
Because you got to be a responsible adult now, dude. Like, you're like fighting at the Garden. You're on ESPN. You're on HBO. You're on Showtime.
Yeah, it's a bad look. But it's the world of boxing. They're not really going to hold that against them ultimately in the world of boxing, where it's like, they understand that.
But
what happened in the technicality of it.
But why even do the time and have to deal with that? Because now he's a felon.
Yeah.
because it's a felony gun charge because it was loaded. So now he can't get his permit.
In certain,
on that level, he should have bodyguards carrying his weapons. Like,
yeah,
you gotta have it.
yeah, and like you were saying earlier, and what I always think of is, all right, you're rich, you got money. There's no reason that you should be getting caught with a DUI. Like, there's no reason that you can't have somebody drive you home or get a ride home. There's no reason for that.
And you can get a ride home from anybody because you're fucking famous. And they'll be like, yo,
yeah, but you don't want to.
I gave Demetrius Andre a ride home. Or I gave who else
but you
is
don't
around here? I gave this guy a ride home. I gave Derek Jeter a ride home in my Uber. I didn't even charge him. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
Yeah, but see, in that case, I can see why some people don't put themselves in that position, because me, somebody that doesn't drive and always at the will of somebody else to get me from one place to the next.
But you hire a driver or you get one of your boys to drive you.
But
because here's the thing. Quick story.
Mm-hmm. And I got one for you too.
You know, friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
NFL guy,
Mm-hmm.
played in the league, never drove. When we went out, he'd be like, yo, D, you want to push the whip? Or, yo, somebody who's pushing the whip tonight, so that he can go out and have a good time and not get a DUI. Because why would he fuck up his millions of dollars because he want to go to the club and have a couple drinks and then get pulled over by the cops, and now he's all in the news.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at a certain point, you got to be smart.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not smart enough, you got to have people in your corner that's going to like be like, yo, dog, you shouldn't be driving right now. Let me drive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yo, let me make sure that nobody fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, I mean, obviously boxers have a different kind of mentality because they're boxers. They could probably whoop most of the motherfuckers in the building. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, once you know that people are out there trying to get at you, you got to put a team in place around you. Like, even if you're not hiring, like, professional bodyguard dudes, you got to be like, all right, man, like, you're the big fucking head-crushing nigga on the block. Like, come roll with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that if some shit do pop off,
you got the deterrent.
you got somebody to, like, get in the way of that so you can get the fuck out of the way
Or-
so that you don't end up all in the fucking news
Or just
on
having
some
a big
bullshit.
guy as a deterrent. Like, look.
Yeah.
He got the big guy with him. All
He
right,
could
you
be
know
a
what?
fucking barber.
Today's not the day to be popping off with him.
He could be a barber. Like, I know, for me, I already got, like, mentally, I know who my team is. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest dudes I know is one of my barbers out in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And if I get famous, I'm calling that dude. Yo, what are you doing for the next whatever time? Fly out. I got your cash. Everything's good. You on the payroll. Just come out with me. So when motherfuckers see me, and don't let nothing happen. So when motherfuckers see me out, they see me out with 2 6'5" motherfuckers. They just gonna assume they security. You know what I'm saying? They could be getting crunk with the rest of us. Just they gotta know with some shit pop off.
Again, they're the deterrent. They're like, you know what? Today's not the day. Be like, yo, is that Daryl? And then all of a sudden, they see the two big dudes come from the bathroom and just sit down right next to you.
Yeah.
Be like, oh yeah. Yo, he's mad cool. Yo, yeah.
Right. You know, it's like when the cops put
Whole
empty police
conversation
cars on the
changes.
road and shit, so people would just slow down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that. You gotta have it. Like, hopefully he doesn't do any time for it. You know,
It could, like, for me,
because his gun is technically registered. It's not like he's carrying like a dirty gun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
it could
dude,
just easily be. Well, the paperwork was there and it was pending, but
his Rhode Island paperwork.
it could be anything. I haven't really
Yeah.
dug that
No, it
deep
doesn't
into
matter.
it.
Like, neither have I. I just heard it on the news and I was like, wow, how do you get caught out there like that when you have the amount of money that he has now?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should have crossed your T's and dotted your
Like,
I's.
you want to stay living in the hood, stay living in the hood. You want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do all of those things. You want to still move and shake how you move and shake. That's cool, but do it with a group. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Do it the right way. Get your shit in order. That way, because you know, like, now you're in a spotlight.
Wait, you
and
need to be official.
When you need to be official, because especially like in today's climate, it seems like media and everybody's just looking for a reason to bang these famous dudes. You know what I mean? Not in like the sexual way, but like,
No, but like I was referencing earlier, how it seems like it's really the story of Icarus, where they would allow you to get to a certain height, and then once you get to a certain height, everything now starts to become ultra sensitive, and everything becomes underneath the microscope, where it's beaming such a ray on you, where it's gonna melt your wings, and you're gonna come back to Earth, and they're gonna make sure that you come back down. Where it's like, look, we'll let you be so famous. And this is one thing with the celebrity culture that I really don't like is that they want to feel like they're the reason why you're talented and why you do what you do. And because of that, they're gonna. Yeah.
That's right. Y'all heard that. Motherfucker's throat is parched right now. So I'm about to just have a little drink here.
Label out Arizona.
Oh, Arizona iced green tea.
With ginseng.
And honey.
Label out.
Label out. Holla at us.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, with the celebrity culture, it's like they feel like they're the reason why you're famous, why you have any sense of talent or anything that you do is because of the collective. And then if once you get a little bit too high, now things from your past come up, which were always there, but now it becomes under the microscope, and now they want to break you down just to be like, you know what, now we know that we have that power, that we could build you up and break you down, and this is what you're buying into when you buy into the celebrity culture. That's why it's like, for me, it's like, I really don't like the celebrity culture. I see people as people. I've seen celebrities and I've just said hello to them as regular people, like, and I feel bad even just name dropping. I feel a little sloppy and nasty about it. But like Wesley Snipes. What up, Wesley? Hey, how's it going, brother? And that's it. Don't want to take a picture. Don't really want to autograph. Like, there's a picture, and I remember when I was working as a barback, there was a secret show at the Black Rep, and it was John Legend. I got the call to come in because I was with my my girlfriend at the time, and I got the call to come in to work. They was like, "Yo, there's a show tonight. We need you to come in." Why? Who? What's the show? We just need you to come in. Boom. All right. I went to the show. Motherfucking John Legend. I'm like, oh shit, damn. So it's like I didn't take a picture with him. He's just a regular person that has talent and they perform. That's me. I just look at them as regular people. Like, with everything that's going around now, it's like, wow, Kevin Hart, this thing's been around forever. And now that he's looking to do this thing, let's bring him back down to earth. And it's tough because, especially with comedians, is how are you going to make a joke and try to shine light on certain matters with a kind of comedical smile rather than, like I was saying earlier, the other side of the coin, just be frustrated and just state what grinds your gears.
Yeah, right. Hey, so I found this Derek Jeter herpes tree.
Oh boy,
this shit is interesting.
Damn, we're going back to this.
So Derek Jeter, there's a little tree here that they have on. You can just, anyway. So Derek Jeter, supposedly he slept with Jessica Alba,
okay,
Scarlett Johansson.
All right, we're getting sloppy.
Mariah Carey, and what the fuck is her name?
You know he's married now, right?
Jessica Biel.
Okay.
And so,
I don't know why we're doing this to him.
So here's how the tree goes down.
My captain, come on. You're really doing this.
Jessica Alba banged some dude that I don't even know who this guy is. But Scarlett Johansson.
Does he even know who he is?
Smashed up on Ryan Reynolds. So now Ryan Reynolds has herpes. And
Deadpool?
Deadpool.
Okay.
Which is not surprising.
He's Deadpool.
Who's this guy? What's his name? I don't know his name. The dude with the long hair.
Where? In the lower corner?
This guy.
Oh, Leto.
Jared Leto, yeah. So she passed it to them too. Mariah Carey passed it to Eminem. And Jessica Biel gave it to Justin Timberlake. So if you just go check out their histories, then you'll already know how deep this tree could get.
All right, so let me try.
Derek Jeter is like the Bill Belichick of herpes.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, man.
He's the catalyst for star herpes right now.
He's captain of that team, huh? My captain of the herpes team. Oh, Lord,
I'm trying to see if I can find a bigger... Oh, here's a better map.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn, the Paris Hilton tree is outrageous, too.
Oh, no, we're getting deep into this rabbit hole. No. Help me. I'm drowning. No, don't, no. Yeah, now you're starting to slouch into your phone. That means we're getting deeper
That
into
means
this.
we're diving deep here.
Oh, no. Come on, Scuba Steve. Stop diving into this lake, man. Like, come on. You're just digging up Loch Ness monsters now. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Help
Wow,
me.
this is pretty ugly.
I don't even know how to pivot out of this.
Yo, the Paris Hilton tree.
Oh, no.
Whew.
No.
The Paris Hilton tree is outrageous. Damn. Yo, I can't even get into all the detail without putting mad people on blast that eventually I want to have on the show.
Okay, somebody throw me a lifesaver.
Including Derek Jeter.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But we won't ask you about that, Derek Jeter. I know you like to sign non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah.
But
oh, my goodness.
we might have to be like Ellen-esque with that shit.
Oh, man.
In other news.
Yes, in other news, yes.
George W. still shooting his shot at Michelle Obama. Barack's going to have to beat his ass, dog.
Nah.
You
He's
see
just
the
being
move,
folksy.
the move at the because he stepped over Trump and like he dapped up Obama and then like gave his girl like a little piece of candy on some old man shit. Like,
I think it's
here you go, young lady, have some candy. A little smile, a little laugh.
I think
like,
it's an ongoing joke with them. It's a running joke with
little
them.
lingering hand hold and shit.
Oh, rubbing of the knuckles?
Yeah, like Barack gonna have to take George W. in the corner and have a little conversation with him. Like, don't let that shit keep happening in public, man. This shit is on video, Playboy.
Nah, he's not worried about that because he know he can bust his ass. He's like, all right, you know what? You can play cute all you want, but you know what? If I really wanted to, I'll just give you a 2-piece. Like what Chris Childs did to Kobe.
That's what I'm saying, though. But but that shit is like wildly disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm with my lady going to reach over people to give her some candy and shit.
That's cute.
Nah.
Because he's old.
Nah. Don't give a fuck. Look, granddad, you better stop trying to flirt with my lady. Like, George Bush is not that old, man. George Bush is like maybe like
he's
60.
Old enough that like where you could easily.
But him and Barack are in the same age range.
If you really square up with him, he's old enough where he's not like. He's looking like he's going fisticuffs with his knuckles and his fist like up in the air, like his elbows up by his cheekbones, he's boxing like that. Like he got that kind of fisticuff kind of way about himself where he hasn't evolved to the Mayweather, like, you know, or jab and duck and weave type thing. Like you could let off on him. Like Bush is gonna take 2 little simple cuffs, jab, jab, and his head will just bounce back twice. Like. He's easy for that. So Barack ain't really worried about him. So, yeah, play cute. Give my lady some candy. Just don't be passing on none of them Bill Cosby candies. That's all. You know, some of that.
Yeah, well, don't be passing in no fucking candy, dog.
Yeah, that too. But it's like, you know what? At the end of the day,
all right, I guess Barack can't fuck him up. Barack's like 57. And George W. is he's 72.
So it'll be classified as a hate crime.
It'd be like beating up the elderly and shit.
Yeah, it'll be classified as a hate crime.
But still, I mean, I guess maybe W feel like he at the age where, you know, when you get to a certain age, you just stop giving a fuck. Like George W is like the dude who walk around naked at the gym. Like he's at that age right now.
The supervisor that you catch in the yeah, and this has happened to me. Yeah. The supervisor that get caught in the locker room. Now he want to talk about sports. But then it's not just talking sports.
I don't talk. Put some clothes on, dog. You ain't gonna talk to me with your balls out.
It's not just that. You're trying to be like, yeah, I gotta hurry up. I'm about to be late. He wants to do the Captain Morgan pose on you with his leg all up.
Oh man!
And then try to lean and talk to you, and then putting his hands all together like, yo. So you see the game last night? You see what Travis Henry did with that long run?
Yo, dude, like, don't talk to me with no clothes on. That's not happening. Put your fucking clothes on, then we can talk as long as you want. Like, I don't want to watch you powder your balls and none of that shit. Like, get the fuck on.
Has that ever happened to you, though?
Why can't you get dressed in the shower? Nah, because I keep my headphones on.
You see,
the headphones are like the super deterrent. And they might say something, but I don't hear it. And then they just keep doing what they're doing.
See, the first time it happened to me, I was working at the YMCA. And the supervisor, he was trying to talk to me. And now, this is the key. This is when you look somebody square in their face. Like, you don't notice nothing but their neck and up. So you looking square in their eye when they're talking to you. So it's like, yeah, I got something to do right now. We'll talk later. and then you just turn. Like,
but
it's not like you
But
don't
he's your
look-
supervisor, so is that technically, and it was at the Y, so is that like technically like
harassment.
sexual harassment?
No, because he didn't try to. All right, so this
Did
is where it becomes.
Did
a
he
level-
did he disrobe while you were talking?
Well, see, this is where. All right, this is where you have to.
Where at
set
on the
boundaries.
DJ Iron Monkey doll? Did he touch you?
No, number one, there's no touching because talk is talk. Once you start to touch, it's a totally different game. That's number one.
Yeah, but if he's talking to you and then his towel like drops to the floor,
No,
isn't that the
see,
same
this
as
is
like?
where you have to establish boundaries, right? This is where he doesn't know what's out of bounds. So now, mind you, the second time he tries to talk
I think
to
you're in
me,
denial that you were part of the Me Too movement.
no. Hashtag me too. Nah, him too.
Him too.
No. That's not me. Because the second time he tried to talk to me, right? He tried to bust the Captain Morgan pose, kick his leg up, try to put his arm on his hip, his hand on his hip, and try to talk to me. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna say his name, so I'm gonna say Mr. X. So I'm like, yo, Mr. X, you might want to put on a towel or something because I can't have this conversation with you like this, right? I set the boundary straight, right? Now,
Oh man, act like you ain't never seen a dick before.
now, if
Did he
that's
say-
what he would have said, I'd be like, it's not about that. It's about me and you having a civil conversation with some clothes on. So you have to set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, and then you want to come back later and be like, yo, and he just straight tried to talk to me with his dingling on hanging out. I don't know why he was trying to get closer and put it on my shoulder. Like, yeah.
I think that is as you reach a certain age, you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And this is like people say stuff and you're like, yeah, whatever. Like the guy who pulls the paper towel. Like, I don't know why this guy doesn't have a towel. He takes a shower and then he pulls all the paper towels out of the fucking thing and uses the paper towels to dry off with. Like, bro, those are for your hands. Like,
To each their own. I know
I've been
people that have-
traumatized by gym shit. I'm in the gym every day, so like it seems like every day
But
some bullshit.
Everybody
old
has
guy.
weird quirks. Like, there's people that like to chew on paper. That's
Yeah,
their
that's
thing.
way different than like shaving butt naked in a public bathroom, dog. You got your balls all on the sink.
Yeah.
Other people have to use that sink, bro.
No, that's
That's
where
that's like being.
that's not home training. That's having no filter.
That's not considerate. Like, you're not at home. Like the dudes who like take a shower at the gym and then walk all the way through the locker room. Like, why didn't you bring your towel with you, bro? Like, you dripping all the way through the locker room with your flops on. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're not at home. Like, if you're at home, you can do shit like that. You can walk from your bathroom to your bedroom
All right. So wait,
because nobody can fucking see you. But
Well,
once
see-
you're in public,
see-
you gotta have like
all right.
in
So
public brain.
I'll put it like this. All right, because I like to go to the spot out in New York. Love it with a passion. This is my like little getaway. Like, I don't even like talking about it in public anymore or like even posting about it because one spot actually now started getting flooded where it's not even about peace and quiet because you're hearing a bunch of group of people, yap. Like, I can't get no peace of mind with you trying to talk extra loud, drinking, like, either way, all that aside. But there's a spot, though, where you go into the back, there's steam rooms, there's spas and saunas back there. There's different pools where there's a hot pool that massages your neck, the dream pool, your back, then another one with just cold water. So, whatever. So, when you go into that section, you have to be naked. Now, mind you, it's nothing but men. My thing is I'm not on that kind of time. So, my thing is I'm just going to go do what I need to do, and I'm out. Like, if somebody wants to look at me, all right, that's cool. You can look, but you can't touch, right? Don't make no comment when I walk by. Like, that makes me feel uncomfortable. That's for me to say. If I walk by and you go, and I don't say nothing, that's my problem. I need to say something. It hasn't happened yet because out of respect, I see that there's people that are on that time and that's their business and they keep to themselves and they do their thing. It is what it is. That's their business. They paid for admission. That's their money. That's how they see it being put to good work. Me personally, I'm not just sitting there watching dudes walk by swinging their balls like, yo, damn, this dude got a mean bush. Like, I'm not on that time.
So,
Like,
So first,
So it doesn't bother me.
You're frequenting Russian bathhouses.
Turkish bathhouses? No,
And,
no, it's not a Turkish bathhouse.
And you strolling through that motherfucker butt ass naked.
No, I'm not
So you're
strolling. I got my
old-
towel, and when I get to my spot, right?
Oh, see, but at least you got the towel on. Like the story, the way I heard it was like you just gotta walk through that shit naked.
No, but you have to be naked, right? If you have a towel and you're covering yourself, yeah, you could do that, but you have to be naked, basically, in that section of things.
Yeah, you want to be,
Your only dressing is a towel.
which is totally acceptable because then I don't have to look at your shit.
But then there's been that, all right, they just came out of the sauna, they're sweating, and now they don't have a towel on, right? They just want to just be free and walk. All right, yeah, there's a liberation on just being like that, where it's like, all right, you know what?
Man, I don't know. I'm like not really about sitting in a hot tub full of 4 other naked
But you
dudes.
see, this is where I separate things, where everything is not sexualized with me.
Very true. I just don't want to be naked in the tub with another man.
Oh no, like nah, like if
Like,
we're
y'all
close
all
and
y'all all in the
you're-
whirlpool together,
and then your foot is
it looks-
touching my foot by accident.
It looks like an
quote,
Odell
unquote.
Beckham video.
Ugh, man, why are we rocking all these New York players?
Well, listen, the New York players are they be doing some shit. They were doing some wild shit. Everybody seen the video with Odell coming out the fucking hot tub with like 12 dudes in there, and he fucking come from underneath the water, looking like what's her name coming out the beach, Bo Derek and shit, flinging his hair back and shit. Like that's. Nah.
Damn it, man!
Like, if that's cool, that's what you want to do. I'm not a fan. And I feel like if you're gonna walk through a public place that's not like a nudist colony, you should be covered the fuck up.
But see, again, the thing is, like I was saying about not sexualizing it. It is liberating where it's like, you know what?
It's just disturbing because I feel like one day I'm gonna be at that point.
Well, see,
one day I'm gonna be that old guy shining his shoes at the gym butt naked before I go to work and shit.
Yeah, I've seen people doing that too. Because even when they come from that section,
like,
right, they're in the locker room, right, now they're naked. Right, now I recognize that they're naked. It's not like I'm looking.
No, you're not looking, but you're like, damn, this dude is like really shining his shoes. Like, put some fucking clothes on before you shine your shoes, bro.
It's real life. Things aren't pixelated. In real time, things aren't pixelated where it's like he turns around and now only thing I see is just, mixed up squares.
Now I'm gonna share. I had a bit of trauma, which is why this is just so much more disturbing to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Did somebody swinging on your shoulder?
No. But like
you were sitting there on the bench.
I'm at a specific
looking
gym.
at a text.
Yeah, basically
you got a tap on his shoulder. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Basically, that's exactly what happened. I'm done with my workout. I'm sitting there. I'm fucking texting and shit.
It looked like Ernie from Sesame Street with the long nose.
Wow, you're making it worse for me right now. And I see dude come in and like I'm like, damn, why this dude don't got no clothes on? And he's just like walking towards me, and I'm like, wait, why is this dude walking towards me? And I almost hit him because I wasn't sure what was happening. And he was like, yo, my locker is right there. But he could have said that while he was walking up. He walked all the way up to me. Yeah, okay. And it was like, yo, this is my locker right here next to yours. And I was like, let me just grab my shit and move the fuck out of the way because I don't want your dick in my face. Like, you could have said my locker's right there. I would have stood up and moved.
A simple, courteous, excuse me. Right? Like even put like a little soft hand on your shoulder. Like, excuse me, sir, I gotta get to my locker there. Watch out for my balls.
Like naked, like just like I turned around and it was just like face to face.
Hello.
I was like, oh shit.
I'm ready for my
like I saw him coming and I didn't think he was coming towards me, so I kept doing what I was doing. And then boom, he was like right up on me. Like he walked right up on me before he said anything.
I'm ready for my close up.
And I'm like, why don't you have a towel on, bro? Like it's not that kind of party.
There's so many jokes I could go, and I don't want to. Like.
And then I feel like certain shit should just be done with clothes on.
No,
like I'm a dude. I get out the shower. I like to put my drawers on, and then do whatever else I got to do.
See,
like I'm not gonna sit around naked, like ironing my clothes or shining my shoes.
It's just poor etiquette. That's all it is. It's just.
Although my baby might like it if I was just like walking around the house naked, but we got kids at the house, so we can't really do that.
Yeah, but like
she's like, fuck them.
No, but it's like, the babysitters.
No. She's like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Go iron your clothes without no clothes on so I can watch. I'm like, yo, your kids could come out at any time. But then I guess they're going to see your dick then. Like this.
No. See, all right. I'll put it like this. All right. Growing up, and I'm mad I'm even saying this. Yeah, there was times my mother would walk around with no bra on. So, and no shirt. She's like, damn, it's hot. I had a long day at work. So, again, it gets to a point where you don't sexualize things. And this is where I've learned at an early age not to sexualize things. Because, looking at my mother was just like watching National Geographics with them and their titties out. I'm not sexualizing it. That's their culture.
Yeah, but that's thing. TV. People you don't know. That's not
no,
your
but
mom,
this is my mother. And then this is way before I even started knowing about the story of Oedipus. It wasn't even about that kind of time between me and my mother because it wasn't sexualized with her.
Yeah, I can dig it.
So now fast forward with being in the locker room with people that might have poor etiquette and trying to brush their ass in your face or walk in front of you, rub their balls.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, like, this should be a little bit of more.
Give you a little Eskimo kiss, like, get it out of here.
Wow,
like,
you said Eskimo kiss. I can't even talk to you right now.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I'm mad. I even made that joke.
Why did you even make that reference? Like, you had to visualize that before you said it.
Well, so you're the one that had the trauma and turn around, and it's right there. I visualized when you turned your face. It was right there in your face where it kind of rubbed noses. It's like, just the tips. No. And that's why I said there's so many jokes, and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to.
See, I've been cool. I
didn't want to put that spin on your trauma.
I've been talking about the sweatpants.
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't want to put that spin on your trauma. Like, I didn't want to go there, but we had to double back to it like that.
Yo, we keep it real here on the Saturday morning conversation, man. Like, we are the openness. We are the most open book.
Yeah, and again, I don't try to sexualize everything. So
neither do I, but motherfucking old dudes need to put their fucking clothes on at the gym.
Have better etiquette. That's all it is.
My girl sexualizes everything.
Like,
I'm wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt right now, and she feels like I'm dressed like a slut. So
yeah, well,
I'm
wearing jeans. I never really wear jeans. Like, I only have 2 pair of jeans. One that is big that I have to wear. Like, I could wear, like, 2 sweatpants when I'm shoveling snow. That's the only reason why I really had that pair. And then this one, which is my fashionable ones. And I'm not a jean guy, but I don't know how my lady will look at that. Like, where are you going? Like, you going somewhere
because you never wear jeans. Or you put on some jeans, you about to go do some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the jeans on.
Yeah.
Where you going?
Yeah.
I'm just going to the store. Oh, you going to the store in jeans on?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck's at the store?
Yeah. Like damn, I don't know. I can answer those questions. And when you do, you're
not really sure who's at the store. I'm putting my jeans on. It's cold outside.
They got a new Arab working down there looking for a green card marriage. Damn, I'm mad that joke is not even supposed to be funny nowadays. That's the kind of stuff that gets you in trouble.
It's a little problematic.
Yeah, see, I will point out that joke is not supposed to be funny nowadays, and you're not supposed to make those jokes because that will be problematic down the road for somebody. Not me. I'm just letting you know, as an example, that's not a joke to laugh at. The green card marriages.
Nice save. However, it is a good way to hit a quick lick if you need some cash.
You know what? Me and my brother went to this bar one time when his car broke down, so the car was getting fixed. We went to the bar. We had about 2 beers watching a soccer game. So after like the second beer, lady rolls up on us. She was like, do either one of you have a green card? Now, mind you, we just finished our second beer, so we've been there for a while. You didn't even bother asking us for our ID before you even gave us a beer. But yet your first
she skipped
question...
right to the green card?
Just right to the green card. And like, no. Like, we didn't really know what the scene was until after the fact that, they were trying to set us up on that.
Was you on like a speed date?
No.
Situation? You walked into like a speed dating for green cards or something?
But it was El Tiburon.
Oh.
the stab bar, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's the bar you go to when
you want to get stabbed.
Yeah. That, like, you talk to the wrong essays chick and you're going to get stabbed.
El Tiburon.
Yeah, El Tiburon, a.k.a. the stab bar.
I don't think I've ever been inside that place.
Been in there twice. And again, the first time was when we went there.
Like, people say, like, yo, let's go there. No.
El Tiburon. Yeah, no, they got a pool table.
Yeah, they got pool tables everywhere.
And that was the second time when we went to play pool, and then we was like, wait, we're not really supposed to be here because number one, the music seemed like when we walked in, they were playing a bunch of Spanish music, which is cool, right? But as soon as we walked in, all of a sudden the music seemed to change to like DMX and Bob Marley. It's like, wait, are we on a movie or something? Like, how we go from straight, rancho music to this type of music? Like, who's messing with this jukebox here? But yeah,
shit,
I know though, and we didn't talk about it. The PETA list of words that you can and can't use, or phrases that you can use nowadays. Like they say that you can't say kill a bird with one stone. You gotta feed two birds with one stone.
That list is too whack to even talk about, man. Like, fuck that list. Peter need to calm the fuck down with that shit.
Yeah, buddy. Take the bull by the horns. No, take the flower by the thorns.
No, both are painful. Like, fuck out
exactly.
Here.
But why do we have to be cruel to the animals, even in phrases? Again, like you said, I think it's funny. You think it's bullshit, which it really is.
This shit just makes me mad, yo. But
what is it? Sensitive thugs?
I mean, these are the same people who throw paint on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm cool. If you don't like my fur, you don't have to like my fur. I don't wear fur, but if I did, and you threw paint on my shit.
This shit is fake! The shit is fake, motherfucker! I got paint in my eye!
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you wore fake fur? What if you just want to have the fur look, but you wearing fake fur? And then somebody fucking throws paint on you. Like,
motherfucker is fake!
And then you shoot them in the face and you go to jail because they want to be assholes. Like, I feel like PETA takes shit too far because they're like,
nah, you throw paint on me, I'm not shooting you. Like I gotta put my hands on you.
It's like low-level violence that they use to try to get their point across. Like, you're not about to fuck up my $5,000 jacket. I don't care what it's made out of without me busting your ass afterwards.
I actually killed this animal, god damn it.
Right? What if I'm from like the Adirondack, not the Adirondack, but where it's fucking Alaska or some shit.
Yeah, the mountains.
The mountains, you know what I'm saying? Like the Alaskan mountains, I live off the land, I'm off the grid. I just happen to be in town and I'm fucking like shopping at the grocery store and some fucking PETA lady throws a fucking gallon of paint on my only jacket.
Yo, no,
that I made with my own hands.
I gotta put my hands on you because again, I killed this animal with my hand. I'm gonna beat you like an animal with
bust
my
your
hands.
fucking ass. Like, PETA need to calm down with that shit. Like, just protest. Cool, protest.
Yeah.
Like, don't physically assault other people because you don't like their view. That's just as bad as like racial like violence and shit like that. Like,
you know what that's like? That's like who be coming to your house? Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, that's like Jehovah's Witnesses getting mad that you're not answering the door. Start throwing eggs at your house.
Right.
Like you need to hear this motherfucking word.
And I get it. Babe, just ask your question. I can't read that.
Oh, well, you got a question?
She's like sliding me notes over here. I'm like, just get in the conversation. She wearing the headphones, but
and imagine she's a teacher passing notes in class,
right?
We're the worst.
Oh yeah, just trying to slide it like,
you know. And I get like I actually am a fan of PETA's stance. Like, they don't want you to be fucking doing mean shit.
Cruel to your animals. Yeah,
like I get that. That's cool. But then why do you have to do mean shit and cruel shit to people who don't share your view?
Yeah, again, like with the Jehovah's Witnesses getting mad that you're not answering the door or you slammed the door in their face, now they're going to throw eggs at your house. Like, it's basically like, yo, I don't want to hear it. That's not for me. I'm not ready for that right now. Don't throw it on me. And that's basically what they're doing. But again, if it's fake, they're like, motherfucker, you got it on my new shoes. You got it on my Jordans, motherfucker. These shits are custom made. I can't get these nowhere. I'm not shooting you. I gotta put my hands on you.
It's about to be World Star type beatdown.
Oh my goodness! Like, yo, you got paid everywhere on my one good pair of jeans.
Because fucking real fur or fake fur, I paid $5,000 for that.
Yeah.
Or whatever, however much it cost. You don't get to ruin it because you don't like it.
Well, that's like, for me, that's a righteous ass beating coming.
And
you're praying and beating that ass.
I bought that shit. I wasn't the one being cruel to the animals. I mean, I guess technically I'm supporting it. But again, what if the situation was I did kill that animal, and that's my only shit.
Maybe it was cruelty free. You know, like maybe this was somebody's pet that they had to put down because it was getting overly aggressive with the kids. Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
No, like a guy had a pet bear, and you know the bear outgrew the family, and it attacked the dog. So now you had to put the bear down, and you made a coat out of the bear. All right. So, all right, this is where I got the coat. The guy had to put down his bear because it attacked the dog, and he thought it was coming for the family next.
Or you just hunt.
Nah.
Because if you hunt, you're killing, like... So, like, in areas where bears are overpopulated...
Okay.
You go out, you fucking hunt bear.
Yeah. I see that.
My Uncle Chet got a whole bear on his wall. Like a brown bear. I was like, where the fuck did you get that? He was like, I killed it myself. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
All right. But... Like, there are hunters, and they use the animals, and the people still live off the land. They use the animals for the food and all that.
Yeah.
Then they're killing animals to survive, and they're wearing the pelts for the warmth.
It's the circle of life.
I don't know. And cows are delicious. So, there's that.
What?
Cows are delicious.
Cows are delicious?
Yes.
Beef?
Cows.
Isn't cows beef? It's the same damn thing. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I've always questioned that. This pork is pig, right? Like, how come you just don't say, I'm eating pig? It's pork. Like, it's not, I'm eating cow, I'm eating beef.
I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I like bacon. Bacon comes from pigs. Pigs are delicious. I'm just saying.
But if you're eating...
But I don't eat,
Are you eating pig
maws.
chops? Or are you eating pork chops? Are you eating pig chops or pork chops?
Technically,
it's pig chops.
it's a pig chop. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm not eating no pig. I mean, pork chops.
Because if you say pork chop, you're not putting the face. You're not putting the face of the animal, and it makes it easier to eat that because you're not associating it with the cute little piglet, or you know what I mean.
What about fish then?
Somehow fish are exempt.
Really? But then there's still lamb.
Lamb chops are delicious too.
Oh, I'm a lamb fan. Lamb to lamb. Damn, Revenge of the Nerds. Damn.
Yeah. So that sounds like a good spot to end.
Oh yeah. On that note.
On that note.
On the lamb to lamb note.
On the lamb to lamb note.
Revenge of the Nerds.
That's another Saturday morning conversation.
Yes, sir.
This is man DJ Caveman.
Yeah.
DJ Iron Monkey in the building.
Yeah, Wood Green Studio.
Wood Green Studios. Teacher lady.
You're passing notes in class.
Passing notes. The note passer.
Would you like to share that with the whole class? Huh? Why didn't you stand up and read it out loud for everybody to hear it?
Some bullshit. Dear Julie.
Think you got a fat
I think you got a fat ass.
I don't catch notes like that.
Do you want to meet me at the playground after school?
It's
See
like
what
they're
that neck
practicing
do.
the
See what
spelling
that
words.
neck do, dope. That's the way they talk now. That's,
If you like me, click yes.
yeah. Check me out on my SoundCloud.
Actually, all these little kids got fucking cell phones now, right? So they're probably just texting each other under the desk and shit. Mm-hmm. You know,
What that neck do, dope. What?
that's if you got tater thoughts in their class.
Yeah. Every class got it. It's a spirit of things. It passes through generations. It's not going to change.
They've been tater thoughts since the dawn of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's another Saturday morning conversation. Thanks to Juno for coming through today.
Juno.
Check them out on all their social medias. And if you're local, make sure you go check them out when they perform live.
You don't know?
Yeah, we out.
Yeah.